kiki on here, but like there is a part of the single life where, it's not all glitz and glam and whatever. Like at times, sometimes, not all the
Covering her whole
time,
face up.
this shit is very frustrating.
Can't be covering up her pretty face. Yeah, come on. What better is this? Put myself up, chow. Put myself up, chow. Yeah, that'll work.
It gets annoying, especially if you think you found someone and it's not your person, and then you have to put yourself back out there, be vulnerable again. It is annoying. It is frustrating. Sometimes you want to break your damn phone. You want to delete the apps. You want to block the numbers. Like, you just don't want to do it because, especially if you've been single for a long time, I'm motherfucking tired. I'm tired. I'm tired. So yes, it comes with the freedoms, but sometimes this shit is cut to.
I mean, tell me where she told one lie. Tell me. Tell me where she told a lie. You can't. I don't think she told one lie right there. You see today, the prevailing message that women put out is that they're strong, they're independent, they don't need a man. You heard it all before. We already know this. And if they do want to deal with a guy, it's only a guy who is willing to pretty much pay for everything. They never have to work. They're just going to be able just to pretty much live the queen life. That's all. But we know that's not real life. We know a lot of the things people say, especially on social media, versus what they actually live in, are going to be two completely different things. And this is why I just think it's hilarious. Even when I hear from men, especially the younger ones, older generation, I can kind of get it. Older guys, 50s, 60s, maybe they've been burnt once or twice dealing with women, divorce or two. They're like, listen, I'm not dealing with women anymore. I'm done. It's over. I'm just being single and focused on my money. I get that.
That
but
bar is tripping. But listen, remember, this is my perspective. He has his perspective. You are a man. You're allowed to have your own perspective. Whatever he says, if you don't agree with it, that's fine. I don't really agree with it too much either, right? I'm really on the video for what she has to say. But this young man's video is Charles in Charge podcast reacts. Great channel, huge channel. Again, don't really agree with him, okay? If you as a young man feel like you need to walk away from the dating scene because you don't want to be manipulated, you see this all messed up. Now, he's kind of gaslighting a little bit because no one said if a great woman presents herself that you young guys aren't going to take advantage of that, like as in getting with her, dating her, vetting her, da 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 da. He's making it seem like all you young guys, even though 60% of y'all are walking away, it's because most women out here aren't in the best condition. So walking away from it right now, like he's basically saying, you guys should be, still out there dating for what? You see the writing on the wall? You supposed to go out there and make the same mistakes that we made? I don't think so. I'm not going to go back out there and make any more mistakes until, I see a better lineup of women out. We don't have no reason to rush. So again, remember, these people have mixed audiences. So he has like women and men, and they look at their algorithm or whatever. So that's partially what's going on here as well. But each man can speak on his own. He's whatever, 20-something, whatever. Got his money right, doing whatever he has to do. Say whatever he wants to say. But you got to remember, you got to take advice from people that's been through it, got a little age on them. You know what I mean? Got a little gray or white in their beard. Let you know. If you see that the writing's on the wall and there's no reason to do it, don't do it. And give a crap what anybody else says.
when I hear younger dudes in their mid-20s and their early 30s talking about how they're done, they're just focusing on their money now, they don't want a relationship, they're just going to be single from here on out, I know that that's just a mask. I know that if the right situation came upon them, they'll jump on it in a second. But it's that fear that they don't want to put themselves back in a position that they were in the past. They were in a position in the past where a woman scorned them, a woman did them wrong, it didn't go the way they wanted, things didn't work out, they felt like they got used, whatever it is. And they don't want to go through those feelings and that emotions and feeling vulnerable like that ever again. So rather than working on themselves and just realizing, hey, that's a part of life,
Well, I mean, Listen, again, stepping away and what he said could make sense, which is life and what everyone does. You see something stupid going on, you step away from it, but you can self improve and step away from it at the same time. You do not need to still date, jump into a relationship with somebody else just to be doing it because everybody does it and that's life. You got to notice when wisdom's being spoken, man, and a young guy that's just saying things that sound good. You know what I mean? But I appreciate y'all. Hit that like button. Fair use, fair use.
It completely shut off and feel like that's the answer to their problems.
And there's this other trend going around where it's like, oh, you're single. Does that mean you're lonely? And then people stitch all the videos of them like living life and having the best time. I live my life and have my best time too, but there are times where I do feel lonely in this single girl journey. There are times where like your desire to have someone is heightened more than at other times. You like, damn, this shit is ass. Like there's no other way to put it. Especially if you're like the single girl in your friend group and you see everyone else like getting married, starting families, and it's just like, I know your friends probably don't feel that way about you, but you.
Man, listen. All that this is like women that get close to the wall or whatever you want to call it, right? Women can call it, their friends getting married, whatever you want to call it, right? The age of getting married. But they're getting close to that and all that fun stuff and the camaraderie and the sisterhood, it goes out the window when, women grow up and they want to have a family. You know what I'm saying? And those that didn't do too much, can probably, get a mate. But, these women, they don't, the options are limited.
Kind of think about it yourself, like, damn, they probably looking at me like, poor girl. Like, your man gonna come, boo. Is he? Because I'm feeling like, I don't know, my package is missing and I don't have the tracking number.
Listen, I don't even got nothing negative to say about her, because I think she's being about as honest as she could be about her reality. And that's saying a lot more than a lot of people who you'll see here on social media when they get in front of the camera and what they try to portray out to the public. A lot of times what you see people doing, just like she said, they want to try to give you this lifestyle. Oh, they're single and it's just, it's an amazing life. They're taking all these vacations. They're taking all these trips. They're able to live life just so wonderfully and free because they don't have anything holding them back. While there are some people out there, men and women, who can live like that and enjoy that type of lifestyle, for a vast majority of people, that's not reality. And the reason why that's not reality is because look at the wages. Look at the wages that of people living here in America. Most people are living paycheck to paycheck. So if you already living paycheck to paycheck or you struggling as someone single, what money do you have to be out here taking all these trips? You don't have it. Most people are just trying to get by and make it to the next month.
Again, this young man, shout out to him and his views. Don't believe in anything he says, personally, because I'm a spiritual person. So, my value isn't based off of how much, money I have, assets, material assets I own. That's not what's, making me happy is being single. And also, I don't mean to sound corny, but I don't care if it does. When you find God, you're never single. You know what I'm saying? You're never by yourself. So what I would like to say on both of these two people's perspective is they probably need to go ahead and find God properly, right? You don't need nobody. I'm not saying that we're not supposed to be here to find somebody, but feeling like having a need for somebody, it means you're not whole, and God will put somebody in your path when you're complete, but you're not going to find that person that God wants for you while you're out here needing to be or feeling like you need to be with someone or it's socially acceptable. So we have to find, no. That's young man talk. You know what I'm saying? That's young man talk. But again, it's good to have, 39-year-old, 20-something-year-old, dude's perspective in this, possibly late 20s, early 30s black woman, because you never know. She could be 24 for all I know. Black women don't age. So getting good perspectives here from three different kind of generation groups. You know what I mean? Let's keep it trucking. Nice.
because of the cost of living, because of bills, because they don't have proper money management in some cases. So they're not out here doing all these trips and going to all these exotic places like social media will want you to believe. Shoot, people don't get to live that type of lifestyle when they're in a relationship and they got 2 incomes coming in. And I think if people were a lot more honest in real life when it came to things like this, people would give each other a lot more grace when it came to trying to make something work.
How much money does a guy need to make in order to be with you?
I mean, I'm not saying money's a factor, but definitely over 6 figures.
Let's get one thing straight. Crack is cheap.
This is an expensive girl.
I think more realistically, I would love a 6-figure man, but that's not happening. I don't really think about that though.
I like this one.
I agree. Yes, like I would love $100,000 at least.
Okay.